Money moves with Mem 2.0, the podcast. And always remember, gentlemen, it's a mother movie. So today we got a video of a woman going on a rant, a disagreement with her neighbor, gets into an argument. Arguments gets recorded. It the video goes viral and she loses her job. So we're gonna give our personal perspective on the video. If you guys haven't subscribed and you're not following me on Instagram at Money Moves with Mem 2.0 the podcast, let's hop straight into the content.
Shocking video you'll see only on Local 10 tonight. Police responding as a woman goes on a homophobic rant to one of her neighbors.
That video going viral. The community now outraged. Local 10's Andrew Perez is live in Fort Lauderdale with the exclusive. Andrew.
Yeah, it did not take long for police to get involved. It didn't take long for this woman's job to find out about what happened. Police were on scene just trying to get her back.
Put me online,
Here's when rage replaces reason. This went from petty to prejudice just like that.
you disgusting faggots. And you know what? I know what your car is. I know where.
A feud between neighbors left boiling for several months, leading to this. Cops were called, a woman furious, yelling homophobic slurs over parking spots.
It's absolutely sad that American people, there was a time where they say freedom of speech, freedom, but what really is freedom of speech when, like, if somebody records a video and the video goes viral, living in 2025, the video goes viral and now you have to face the consequences of practicing your right to freedom of speech. Like, it's crazy, Anybody, how do you guys feel about that? Do you feel that something that happens outside of a job should impact your career? And another thing, that's another reason why a lot of people are, silent now, They're little mouses, they're quiet, they're scared. Because who knows what's going to happen if you say something that somebody else doesn't agree with. But let's keep it moving.
And dog poop.
Is that a threat?
Disgusting you too. You probably have AIDS, you gross
She continued to say horrible stuff about how she was going to fight us, mess us up.
Tyson Baker says this really started about 5 months ago. He claims that family would keep parking on the grass at his building despite living next door. He left a note on one of their cars about it, and also if they...
Guys, everybody is so soft these days. Everybody is just so soft, sensitive. You can't say certain words without, somebody feeling some type of way. You can't even say the sky is blue anymore. If you say the sky is blue, somebody might get offended. But the fact is that there's nothing wrong with getting angry. There's nothing wrong with expressing yourself, as long as you're not causing anybody any physical violence. But honestly, I think that a lot of times, I feel she should never lost a job over this. This didn't have nothing to do with her job. You don't know what this lady was going through, or, there was an argument. People are going to argue. People are going to voice how they feel. So you have to think of think a certain type of way to keep a job these days. You have to think aligned with your job. Or if you're not aligned with your career, then you're gonna get fired.
They could clean up after their dog during walks. He says a man showed up furious, yelling homophobic slurs, and it's been tense ever since. Till this Sunday, when things quickly escalated.
The father drove by the window and made sure to flip me off again and call me a faggot. I said, I'm going to call the cops because I'm tired of you harassing me. And then he got out of his car and he said that he was going to F me up. As you can see, the reaction of his daughter, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Disgusting.
Police arrived when that woman got involved in the mess, and once the video went viral, folks identified Allison Murphy and where she works, Valley Forge Fabrics, which also responded. The company saying she's no longer with them.
You see what I'm saying? Like, this is why I tell people, like, stop arguing with people. Go silent. Be patient. You know, it was no reason for, it's supposed to be freedom of speech first and foremost. You shouldn't lose your job for not being at work and practicing your rights to freedom of speech. That's how I personally feel. But other people, including her company, doesn't feel that way. But, what people need to do is people need to exercise, if you don't approve of something, worry about it in your mind. That's the best case scenario. Worry about it in your mind. Think about it in your mind. Play it in your mind. Keep it in your household. Don't go off and go on a rant, because 9 times out of 10, people want you to become furious. People want you to become upset, to a point where you're in a position where you're losing, where it's possible you could lose your job, where you make the most of your income at, and by her standing out there going crazy, she gave whoever exactly what they wanted. And now she's sitting there, probably frustrated, probably feel like she's wrong, because I feel she shouldn't have been fired for something that didn't happen at work. But to each his own. But let's keep it moving.
And that hate has no place here.
My name's Andrew. I'm with Channel 10. We were here about the incident that happened.
No word from Murphy or her family. Police heard on video saying she was the disturbance, although no arrests were made.
At the end of the day, Baker's saying he doesn't want anything bad to happen to them. He's just hoping that this video will finally lead to some resolution, that everybody can just be left alone. Police saying they gave both parties education about how to get along and also information about restraining orders.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like, just because you don't like somebody or you're frustrated and you want to vent, sometimes you need to just think to yourself, maybe I should just keep this to myself and mind my own business. And this is a prime example of why people should mind their own business. And, that's his house. His house is right there. Your house is over there. Keep what you're saying in your house. Stop going around disagreeing with people. And you're doing better off than a lot of people. And they want to see you fall. And now look, you to fail. You got to get back up now. But that's just my thoughts, guys. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. And always remember, it's a motherfucking movie. Over and out.